Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of MAP TV. I am Nicole McClellan, one half of My Aligned Purpose. What I bring to our company, if you're new here, is mindset and manifestation teachings, as well as I am a business coach with a background in NLP and leadership coach training. And what I'm here to talk about today is the formula that really supports creating a life of your desires. So oftentimes people can confuse manifestation and mindset, and they're not really clear on which one has to come first, if any order at all. And I'm a big believer that there is a formula that is required to live our life of desires. And so I believe that formula is mindset plus manifestation equals desired reality. Now, why is it not manifestation that plus mindset equals desired reality? And here is what I believe to be true about this, and lots of studying and research that I've done will back up the formula that I have. So let's get clear first on what is manifesting and what is mindset and how are they different. Well, manifesting is simply thoughts turn into things. Our thoughts become our reality. So manifesting is when you're thinking something on repeat, and then those thoughts on repeat become your beliefs. And then when we believe something to be true, we take action on that. And then our actions that we take create our reality. So then we have proof that the original thought is what has come true. So, for example, you can look back at a belief that you've had your whole life, perhaps something that your parents have told you or you learned in school, and it can be something quite common, like the sky is blue. So my parents always told me the sky was blue. I learned that in school that the sky is blue. So because I was told that on repeat, my belief is the sky is blue. And so when I go outside and I look around and I look up and I see vast blue above me, I'm like, oh, that's the sky. So that becomes my reality and backs up my beliefs and my thoughts. And you're like, okay, Nicole, that's true. However, not everybody believes the same things because not everybody thinks the same things. And so what happens is we are always manifesting. Everything is a manifestation because thoughts are always things. And because we think up to 60,000 thoughts a day, it's really important to get clear on the mindset that you have backing up those thoughts. Otherwise, your whole life is going to unfold as a manifestation of things that you may not actually want into your life. So this is really complicated for some people who are like, are you saying that I manifested this terrible relationship or this job that I don't love or, XYZ? And if we are following quantum physics, the universal laws, both science and spirituality combined, then the answer would be yes, because our thoughts become a reality. So some people simply start to believe nothing other than beliefs that will support their highest desires. So for example, we've got, as a society, a Western society, we have a lot of beliefs around money. So common beliefs, and these are limiting, common beliefs that are limiting around money would be, you have to work really hard for money, money doesn't grow on trees, we don't have that kind of money. If that is something that you've been told over and over again, or perhaps not even told, but it was just the energy of your household, of your peers, of your friend group, perhaps as an adult, you still hear that with the people that you're surrounded by, then it is no coincidence that if that's what you're hearing, 60,000 thoughts a day, then you start to believe it. And then you're like, well, I do have to work really hard for this money. And now I have no work-life balance. And now I'm unhappy. And then the actions you take are plugging away at a mediocre job that you don't really love, 60 plus hours a week just to live paycheck to paycheck. And now your reality is a reflection of those original thoughts. So what we have to do first is we have to nail down our mindset. So what is the definition of mindset? I believe mindset to be our control and our understanding of our awareness of our thoughts. So it is a fact that we are always thinking. Even when you go into meditation, most times you are not stopping your thought process. However, what you're doing is becoming aware of your thoughts. And so as you become aware of your thoughts, you can cut off thoughts that when you do a like gut check of, does this thought feel good? Because our thoughts create feelings and our feelings create thoughts. So when you start to notice a thought and you become aware, and then you do the gut check of, does this feel good? No. Well, somebody with a heightened mindset or somebody who has been working on their mindset would know that they are in control of changing that pattern of thought. So your mindset is basically the awareness and control of your thoughts. This is my opinion, my definition. This is not like Webster's definition of mindset. I don't know what that is. This is my belief, my opinion, and this is what I would teach to people within our community. So if you can dial in mindset first, getting really, really aware of your thoughts on repeat, then you can start to curate and design a life that you want to think about, so that your thoughts become your beliefs and your beliefs become your actions and your actions become your reality. And then you're like, oh, I manifested this amazing partner, this dream job, $50,000, optimal health, whatever it may be. Those aren't flukes. Those are you've created the picture in your mind to begin with. So here are some things that you can do to take away beyond this little video. I would love for you to go think about 5 different areas of your life. Okay, so you can write this down on a piece of paper or just get reflective in your mind. I would love for you to think about your love life, whether it exists or not right now, just your ideas, your thoughts. Okay, so what are your thoughts around your love life? Then your ideas, your thoughts around your career, your ideas, your thoughts around your finances, your ideas, your thoughts around your health. You can include mental, physical, emotional in there, or just choose one. And your ideas or thoughts around your livelihood, like your everyday work-life balance or like pleasure. Okay, so what I would love for you to do is, if those were all categorized as 10 out of 10, if your love life was 10 out of 10, your finances were, your career was, if all the categories were 10 out of 10, I would love for you to get crystal clear on the details of that, okay? So now what you're starting to do is you're creating the manifestation. Now, what's going to happen is, if this is a new practice for you, is you start to think about the 10 out of 10 experience of having the most ideal, loving life partner. And then your mindset, if it's not dialed up to where you want it to be, is going to start to pull you backwards. Like, oh, my last relationship was like this. My friend is in a relationship that's not supportive. So you start to see proof around you of why this can't happen. It is easier to default to mediocrity than it is to like vitality and fulfillment. That's just our human society. It's the way it is. And you get to become superhuman, supernatural, in control of your thoughts when you realize that this is a trained skill. So this is not an overnight thing. This is something that you can say, okay, today, from here on out, I'm committed to mastering my mindset. So you're going to take your 5 columns, you're going to scale them on 10 out of 10. What does it look like in your very best life when all these categories are 10 out of 10? And then I want you to start to create a mental picture in your mind of going through your day as if all those categories were 10 out of 10. And then I want you to take note of the things that cut you off. What are the hows? What are the shoulds? What are the limiting beliefs? What are the I can't do that? What are the I don't deserve that? I want you to take note of those, okay? Because those are not true. They're only true if you make them true. So I want you to write down, if one of your things that comes up is, I will never find the person I meant to be with in my city, for example. Is that true? Is that 100% true? Is there proof that it's not true? Do you see anybody around you in a loving relationship in that city? Okay, so I want you to counteract this belief that you have that's not actually serving you. So mindset practices are looking at what we do want, noticing what blocks us from getting us there, choosing to understand that we are aware that these are the blocks, okay? So if you are not aware of what's actually blocking you, then you can't remove the blocks. So how do we get aware? Well, introspective, contemplative practices, I believe, are the best way. So what do I mean by that? I mean, starting to sit into meditation or silent visualization. This can be 5 minutes. You set a timer for 5 minutes, close your eyes, take a deep breath, and notice all of the thoughts. You may start to think about something that happened 20 years ago. You may start to create a whole mental movie of a future that hasn't unfolded yet. You may think about the person that's always arriving in your inbox and just driving you insane. Like, your mind is going to just be all over the place at the beginning. And it's not to say that over time your mind won't be all over the place. You're going to have days where your mind is busy. And this is why we get into these introspective practices to quiet the mind. So no cellular devices, no sound, just you. Set a timer, 5 minutes, start there. If you can, work yourself up to 10, 15, 20 minutes. And if you're having trouble, if you're like, my mind is just too busy, then can you start to go into the picture of, okay, when it's 10 out of 10 in my finances, this is how my day unfolds, and create a mental movie. And then the practice of mindfulness, so we're not talking mindset or manifestation here, but the practice of mindfulness is bringing yourself back to the present moment as often as you can. So as your mind starts to divert far away, you can catch yourself and be like, oh, there's that thought again. Okay, I'm coming back. And you may do that 10,000 times in 10 minutes. I don't even know if that math is possible, but you can bring yourself back with mindfulness over and over and over again. So that's a practice that you can do. Journaling, so just getting clear on what does 10 out of 10 in those categories feel like? What does it look like? That's an introspective practice. Then you'll get aware of what you really want. You'll become aware of what you don't want. You'll become aware of what are those hidden blocks or patterns that seem to get in your way. So I want you to get dialed on your mindset first, then create your manifestation. And then after you create your manifestation, start to look for proof every single day that it is working out for you. So if you are, for example, wanting to manifest more money, this is a great example, and you're imagining a certain amount of money in your bank account so that you can do whatever with your friends or family or loved ones. So you're getting really focused on that mindset, that manifestation. So what is the proof? Well, the proof may not be the like $50,000 lump sum in your bank account arriving right away. But for example, if all of a sudden a random dime shows up in your space, or a quarter, or a $5 bill, whatever it may be, if you get a refund for something that's like $16.99, and you're like, well, it's not quite the 50 grand. No, but guess what it is? It is the universe showing you that without any how, you had no idea how, it is showing you that money can show up in any way. So it doesn't matter what amount of money it is. It's just saying like, hey, are you listening? I'm hearing you. Here's a little bit of money. Here's a little bit of proof that your manifestation is on the way. Now, the way to lock this in and like put the big gold bow on top of it to make it the most like ultimate experience whatsoever is to look for the proof and pay gratitude as often as you can. So it's like, thank you for the dime. Thank you for the realization that everything is working out for me. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for the refund. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because we want to keep that two-way phone call open with our higher power, right? So if you're just like, I need help, and the universe is like, I've never heard from you before. You only ever talk to me when you want help. So it's like, well, how do I keep that conversation going more fluidly, more actively? It's paying gratitude. Gratitude is picking up the phone to the universe and saying, thank you. I'm aware that you're here. I'm aware that you're supporting me. I'm grateful for that. So then when you pick up the phone, you're like, hey, universe, I could really use a solid one. Help me out. It's like, oh yeah, I know you. You call me every day and tell me what you're grateful for. So that is my little formula that I want to share with you of why you need to dial your mindset first, then manifestation to live your most desired reality. Because the fact of the matter is you are always manifesting. Every single thought is manifestation. Get really clear on what thoughts you want to become things, because if you're always focused on what you don't want, the sad truth is you will continue to get what it is that you do not want. All right, let us know what you thought, any takeaways, reach out to us, Mindline Purpose on Instagram and Facebook. You can send us an email, follow along our journey. If you're not subscribed to our channel yet, please do. We drop mindset, money, manifestation, entrepreneurial tips all of the time, and we look forward to connecting with you in the future.